Good day, everyone. Today we are going to continue the calculation of reinforcement that I made a promise that we will complete. How to calculate the whole total number of rods that will be used in a building. The last time we did a calculation of the number of rods that will be in a pillar. Today we are going to calculate the stirrups. We are going to calculate for the stirrups the total number of rods that will be used to do the stirrups of a pillar. It is the same pattern that you can also use to calculate the stirrups that will be in a beam. It's a very short teaching. Just grab it. Remember, it's not for entertainment. Just grab the knowledge and move on. Clients, grab the knowledge. Young engineers, grab the knowledge. The reason for this teaching is to help clients to know when someone is giving them an overbill in material bill, so that they will not turn around and it will be stolen away. And it also helps engineers to know how to give the exact number of rods that will be used to do a particular building. Just pay attention as we move into the lecture. Now we are going to be using this simple sketch I used to do. I'll just give a simple sketch to do this, how to calculate for stirrups the total number of rods required. Follow my hand and just learn it. Now here we only have 8 pillars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you got a drawing, and the engineer gave you a structural drawing, and they say in the column area, they say for PVR the column, or they call it pillar, and they gave you something like this. It looks like it, and they said this is, you may not understand as a client, but engineers will understand this. And they say, they gave a description like this. They say 225, this is approximately just 9 inches, 9 inches 225. And they say from here, ground floor to first floor. And they say from this ground floor to first floor, that what is it is 13Y8. They give a hyphen, give a number here, that's 200. What this thing means, it should be 13 stirrups, 8 mm stirrups. Forget about this, it's just for this number here is just for numbering. 200 millimeter center to center. This is approximately 8 inches center to center. That is what they mean, is should be 8 inches center to center, 8 inches, measuring the 8 inches until you get that up to 13 of it. That's the number that is expected. Now, how do you calculate this stirrup? Look at the stirrup here. This is a representation of the pillar. Client, pay attention. This is a representation of the client. All engineers pay attention. And this is a representation of the stirrups. And the bending could be here. Some will place the bending to curve like this. Some place bending to curve like this. But however, the engineers always supervise how to bend it in the side. Now, our main aim is how to calculate for stirrups the total number of rods required. It's very, very simple. They say you have already given us 13. All we have to do is to take this 13 times a simple calculation, and this 13 stirrups. Now, the next thing that we're supposed to do is to get the length of movement of these stirrups. Let's say in practice for me, I usually bend this place 100 millimeter. 100, let's take it one by one. 100, from here to here, 100. From here to here, I call it 6 inches. Why do I use 6 inches? Because I need to give a gap of 1.5 inches from here to here, 1.5 inches from here to here. So 225 minus 1.5 inches, 225 minus, you say 1.5 inches here, 1.5, well, call it 9 inches minus 1.5, that is total 3 inches. Remaining is 6 inches, which is 150. From here to here is 150. That's how I used to do mine. So from here to here, another 150. Now from here to here, 150. This is it, 150. Now from here to here, the fourth time, 150. Now from here to the last bend, 100, that's 4 inches, 100. Now, calculate it together. These are 300, 600, 800. This is 800 millimeter. That's the cutting length of this stirrup is 800 millimeter. That is it. Now, we'll go back to the calculation. 13 stirrups times 800, that's 800 millimeter, times the total number of pillar that is in that stage, in that first floor. Remember, it's from ground floor to the first floor. We want to calculate the stirrup for that ground floor. We want to do ground floor. How many pillar? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 13 times 800 times 8 pillars. Let's use our calculator to grab it. Our calculator says it is 8,000. Our calculator says it is 88,200 millimeter. So that's what our calculator says. And this 88,200 is approximately, you call it in meters, 88.2 meters. That's what it is in meters. Now, remember that the length of one rod is always 12 meters. The length of one rod is always 12 meters. Therefore, 88.2 divided by 12. What is our calculator telling us? Our calculator says it is 7.35. Our calculator says 7.35 rod. That's what he's saying. Approximately, you just approximate it to the whole number. It's approximately 8 length of 8 mm rod. Simple. That's how to calculate it. Nothing else. You just have to do, you know how we did it. Total length. Calculate the length of travel of the stirrup. You times it by the number of stirrup required. Times it by the total number of pillars that will be in the building. That is it. You get it, then you divide it by the total, the length of, calculate everything in meter. Divided by the length of one rod. You get the rod. Approximate it to the next whole number. That is it. Why 8 means 8 mm rod. 8 length of 8 mm rod. It's very simple. You can do this. Use this to do for your beam. Use this to do for your stirrup in the lintel. It is the same way. It is the same pattern. Thank you very much.